Sneak Squad and Sneaky Sidekicks. I hope that everybody has had a chance to relax after the intense last race that we just saw to decide the champion of the beginner bracket. Cassie, did you get a chance to watch that one?
Oh my gosh, so much frog.
Oh my gosh, a lot of dead frog. Almost too much dead frog for me there too. But we've got some more aquatic adventures for you. Some sea creatures coming along. In this next race between, on the left, in the purple box, we've got the number 1 seed for the intermediate bracket here, MahBoiiii, going up against, in the blue box on the right, that's OldKingCake. And you can see as we've got it here, the game is an NES classic called Clu Clu. Oh well, there we go. I knew that was going to happen to me at least once this commentary. But Clu Clu Land. So, what have you got to say about this one here?
Oh my gosh, this was one of the first Nintendo games I ever played. So, I'm a little bit familiar with it. Should we get the racers started?
I think we should. So I think they can hear us. Do you want to feel free to do the honors, count them down?
Sure. All right, racers. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so we are off, and this is a really interesting game. If you aren't familiar with it, the idea of who you even are to begin with and what you do is not extraordinarily well explained. Cassie, do you want to talk a little bit about what's going on, what our racers are actually trying to accomplish here?
Oh my gosh. Yes. So, did you ever, as a kid, just run down hallways and buildings and then just hold your arm out to grab onto pillars to spin yourself around? Well, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing in this game. And hidden on each level are a bunch of little golden ingots, and they form a shape. These ingots are, in fact, the same sprite as rupees are in The Legend of Zelda. And it looks like MahBoiiii already finished the first puzzle.
Yes, so the objective of each level is to finish the shape, and as soon as you do that, you can move on. We've asked our racers to get to level 4 and beat level 4 is the objective today. And
it's not always the same puzzle on each screen. There's a set of 4 different puzzles that you can get for each level. So we may see some deviation happening soon.
Definitely. I thought that was interesting right away. As soon as it came up, they both were set up on the heart puzzle, and when I was doing my test run, I had the house version. The manual for this actually lists all of the different variations that you can have, but we're not that nice. We didn't give them a manual or anything.
So on MahBoiii's screen, MahBoiiii just picked up a flag, which is the only way to get extra lives in this game. They're hidden somewhere on the board, and if you manage to touch one, you get an extra life. Beyond that, go ahead.
The number of lives remaining is up in the top left corner there.
Yes. The ways that you can lose lives are by touching one of these little urchins if they are blue. If you zap them and stun them like that, except the little void right there that OldKingCake just fell into, that is the other way to lose a life. And the game over screen...
Yes, and it's... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
The game over screen is long, so in fact, you would probably be faster to just hit reset if you get a game over. Anyway, you were saying?
So much of this game is trial and error, especially when you're just learning it. There's a lot... you can pretty much assume after a certain point that the answer to any question that you have is, it kills you. But there's a lot of trial in that, you want to see, what happens if you actually go into the black hole. There's nothing that, indicates, especially considering I remember watching Bomberman, where basically this looks like kind of an exit you would go into after you finish the puzzle, something like that. So there's a lot to learn. There are a lot of opportunities here for our racers to learn from their own mistakes and try and get down a good strategy to be able to beat the objectives.
Oh, yes. MahBoiiii is on the 3rd stage and has gotten the submarine puzzle. Little toy submarine is going to be able to show up, and it's almost done. Oh my gosh.
MahBoiiii is doing a really, what I would consider something that's definitely really useful, if not necessary, to eventually figure out about the movement in this game. So you reach out to grab one of the pillars to pull yourself in that direction. But you also can just hold on to the pillar to spin around so that you can line yourself up in the right direction to go. So if you are just pushing the button, as opposed to ever trying to hold down the button, you'll be at a little bit of a disadvantage because you won't really understand. You can see OldKingCake just did it there too, to get basically all the way, almost spinning almost all the way around to go up and to hit the right column that he was looking for there. So.
Yes. And, oh my gosh, OldKingCake is dangerously close. Oh no!
It's really, I think for me, the biggest issue maybe I had with the control scheme when I was picking this game back up to learn it was it kind of looks like Pac-Man, but it does not control like Pac-Man. So if you ever let your brain slip into that really generic arcade, down means I'm going down now, motion, you'll start to go off course a little bit, because you really do have to learn just how to reach out your hands in the right spot to get over to the right thing. And I think we're coming up on maybe the end of this race. This might be the shortest race of the tournament so far, if what I'm seeing on MahBoiii's screen holds up here.
Yeah, he's got 5 left, 4 left to uncover, 3, 2, only 2 in the bottom left corner, and then he's got it. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the shortest commentary ever. So I may as well hit you with some cool trivia. Too late. GG.
GG indeed. So should we pop over into to Racer Chat and let them know?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. No, when we started this, I don't have the exact time on that, but if anybody wants some free points, I'm gonna go cash in. I was hoping the prediction was still open, because it was like, that's maybe how quick it was. I was gonna try and get in and predict after the game's already over. But...
It's still open with 30 seconds to go.
Congratulations to MahBoiiii. Absolutely cruising through 4 levels of Clu Clu Land. So I've got to ask, are you, first of all, are you familiar with the game? Have you played it before? Or
I indeed have played this game. For anybody that I never played on the NES, never owned this game or really rented it or saw it, but I played this game because the original Animal Crossing had a bunch of NES games you could get. One of the easiest ones, I think it was a Nintendo Power you could get, was this one. And so I played it for Animal Crossing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a fun game though. Absolutely, like classic NES kind of stuff.
That's super cool.
OldKingCake, what did you think? Sorry, I'm stepping all over you today. OldKingCake,
totally fine. Do it.
What did you think here in the brief time we had with Clu Clu Land? Were you familiar with the game before we came in today?
I only knew it for the opening theme song, which I was excited about, and then this is the worst day of my adult life, I'd like to say openly and honestly. I want everyone in the chat to give me just, I don't know, maybe some capital D colons, just for the one time for the one. I do see that Echo did go all in, and for that, Echo is my ride or die, and that's my final statement.
Did you 100% the theme song?
I never want to hear the words Clu Clu Land ever again.
The theme song is really, really great. Again, I recommend if anybody is not familiar with it, go ahead and hit up YouTube during the intermission and check that out. Because I'm just so sad that you can't hear some of the sounds of these games. They really had some classic soundtracks sometimes. But.
It's a nice little jingle.
So we've effectively speed ran this section of the tournament here too. We do have another race coming up, and Cassie, I believe you're actually taking part in that one, aren't you?
I am, so I'm gonna have to just peace out now.
All right. Well, I want to congratulate MahBoiiii again and say GG's to both MahBoiiii and OldKingCake. Thank you so much for giving us this match. Being part of the tournament. MahBoiiii, I know you're excited to see who you're up against next, and we'll keep an eye out for that. But any closing thoughts before we head off to intermission here?
Yeah, good luck everybody else.
All right, Kaz has let me know that we're going to take about a 5-minute break before the next round, so make sure to get up and stretch, stay hydrated, but don't forget to come right back here to catch the third race between Cassie and Echo here as part of the inaugural Sneakbike Mystery Tournament. So come on back, we'll see you then. I'll be in the audience. We're going to hand over the comms, and we will see you next time. 5 minutes.